Well, we join the A division now. It's Raffles Junior College versus Anglo-Chinese Junior College, and I think they appear to be supporting Raffles. Looking at the green and the black and the white, and there our guest of honour is the police commissioner, and he is Mr. T. Twaba. There he is, smiling, and he will be giving away the prizes to the winning team in just a while. Our referee, Mr. Anthony Tay, and off with the kick is Neo Chavret. Now it's directly into touch, so it'll probably be brought back for a scrum. Now the Raffles boys have got some colourful numbers, red numbers on the back, but they are definitely not rugby type numbers. We've got all kinds of numbers here, 30, 29, 25, more like an American football match. But I'm pleased to say Anglo-Chinese Junior College have got it all traditionally there, with their numbers 1 to 15. So we'll try to identify a few for you as we go through the match. Now that is quite a good kick there, super kick from the fly half from Anglo-Chinese Junior College. ACJC there, take the play up to well within the Raffles 22. The fly half for ACJC, Jeffrey Queck, gets a good kick in there. Donald Ang putting the ball in and held up in the maul, and a lot of work, the opening exchanges, and once again back into the same spot. But ACJC really fired up. They beat Townsville Institute 21-3, Anderson Junior College 43-0, SAJC 25-0, and in Jurong they beat by 47 points to 0. In the semi-final it was Yishun who were their victims by 10 points to 0, and they're driving forward onto the Raffles Junior College boys at the moment. They won possession, out it comes along the line. This is Jeffrey Queck, breaks back inside looking for that forward support again. He finds it, that's a nice pick up there by Danny On. Out along again, looking for that support. It's going sideways as the defence for Raffles really holds on tight. Now the forwards, they need possession. Yes, and it's a penalty there. Penalty to ACJC for that pressure, and they could well be looking at a 3-point attempt. And it's Jeffrey Queck who's setting himself for the kick at goal. So good pressure there, initially started by Jeffrey Queck with that long punt downfield that found a good touch, and now he has the opportunity about 30 metres from the posts to put his team ahead in the opening exchanges. 2 minutes into the match. And a little casual movement to the side. Jeffrey Queck for 3, strikes it well, but just pulled it to the left. So it'll be a 22-metre dropout. So Raffles withdrew, but the referee allowed play to continue, and he's allowed it continue again as ACJC looking for a touch once more. Oh, they should have had a hand on it. No, and he scored. It was okay underneath. Well, that was quite extraordinary. And the ACJC boys can't believe it. It was a pretty innocuous chip over the top. It looked as if it might run into touch. And then suddenly, although he attempted to put that ball further on down with the boot, it fell into the hands. And I was watching very, very closely here, right over the... Let's have a look at it again. Let's just have a look at it again on the replay. Chip over the top, hoisted nicely, and we follow the ball here with the camera. There it bounces. It looks as if it might go to touch. It doesn't go to touch. Following it up, look at that. As he gathered it, although you couldn't see it from the replay, I was looking right above the play, and he certainly didn't put his feet into touch as he gathered the ball. So a very, very impressive score, that. Great place. Alvin Yo Kok On was in there. Mark Chi was in support. very, very impressive as Jeffrey Queck now sets himself for the conversion attempt, and he's pushed that one just a little bit to the side, but it's 5 points to 0 to ACJC, and really against the run of play to a certain extent. That shows a great deal of initiative and a little bit of luck too.
There was a try by ACJC 5, RJC 0.
Well, it was always looking as if it was going to miss that forward, but they have possession still, ACJC, now driving on. They'll have to try and get it down to the ground and drive over it. Doesn't happen, the referee will call it a halt unless that ball comes out soon. There it is now. Hoisted once again, and a good touch. He was inside the 22, so takes the play up to the halfway line. ACJC have won it, and in fact they have a free kick. Free kick to ACJC, and they're very anxious to get on with the play. Their coach and teacher in charge, Mr. Pierce, obviously told them to get into the action. There's a good run, nice run here from Raffles, and into touch. That was a good piece of play there from Ahmad Biswadi. Ahmad Biswadi called well and then made sure that they got ground out of that particular piece of play. So 12-13 metres inside the Raffles half. It's Fu Chuen Shao. And take it well. ACJC have it if they can take advantage. Can't work it back, they're losing ground, they've lost 5 or 6 metres on that drive. Now the ball, can it come? Well, Mr. Tay is allowing play to go. And this time, in fact, says that the ACJC player was caught offside, so it'll be a penalty to Raffles. No, and a little warning there, this time against Eugene Tay. And they concede 10 metres as a result. Never argue with the ref. Has that found touch? Yes, it has. It was just hanging there, tantalising. And now takes the play to 7-8 metres inside that ACJC 22. A great crowd here, anticipating a royal battle. There we can see Raffles supporters. They are driving on at the moment. Now they win possession. It comes along the line. Can they see there's a nice little switch? And here's a chance. And under the post. Oh yes. Good work. Raffles come out with an excellent try there. Super score. That is Adam Hashidi. He's been playing several years now for the Raffles, for the Raffles Institution, and then to the junior college. Finds the gap. There it is. And a despairing dive is nice off his left foot. Despairing dive was not going to catch him as he went under the posts. So Adam Hashidi makes it 5 points each, with a chance here for Raffles to take the lead. Jason Lai, and he makes it 7-5. But ACJC camped on their own line at the moment. A nervous time for the boys in the gold and black. That camp are looking pretty happy at the moment, the Raffles supporters. Raffles win it, and driving on, the forwards could actually tie it up here, but now it comes out. Hashidi is going for the dummy. Oh, lovely play. Yes, indeed. That's a good score. Raffles by 12 points to 5. That's a good score. Very nicely played. It was a good dummy by Hashidi. And then Go Hun-Yin goes in without any opposition. They tied it up beautifully. There it goes. That's a lovely piece of play. And look at that. Well-timed pass. Where's the opposition? Goodness. Very nicely played. Go do it. We didn't want to see that. Go Hun-Yin, number 6. Beg your pardon, number 5. That was Dennis Fu, I'm sorry, who actually scored the try there. A little difficult to pick out the number from this distance. So, ACJC, they've got a little bit of examining to do now. So 12 points to 5 at the moment, chance to 14. Kicker is Jason Lai. Goal off the upright and back out again. Little unlucky there for Jason, but Raffles won't care too much, I guess, because they've now taken a lead of 12 points to 5. In fact, it's a penalty given to ACJC on the halfway line. That little piece of temper shown by Dennis Fu after he'd scored the try was the reason for that. He threw the ball at the tackler. So penalty it is. He can kick directly to touch and still have the line out. And he makes a good touch. Well, 2 meters inside the Raffles 22. So there's being players withdrawn from the line. There are now 6 in on both sides. Nicely played. Now they've got to move it. And again, little miss out, but the Raffles boys are there, tackling in strength and then driving on. The forwards are in there as well, tidying it up. Lost about 15-20 meters on that particular piece of play. Now ACJC, although the ball is still moving, which means the referee won't blow at the moment. Now Raffles have it. That's good play. Has that gone direct to touch? No, it's an excellent piece of play. Very impressive by the Raffles boys. They drove in, they won the ball and have taken the play another 50-60 meters up the field, just 2 meters outside the ACJC 22. Now we're going to see it swing along. Jeffrey Queck moves it along the line. Oh, ACJC 3/4 not very confident there, but they've won it back in the forwards. Driving on once again, 5 meters and a penalty. They must have a crack at goal, I would think, here. Who's the captain? Where is he? He should be looking at the goal. Yes, well, indeed, he should be. Yes. They're only 7 points adrift at the moment. If they make this penalty, and it'll be 12-8. And then just one try the difference. So good thinking there from Jeffrey Queck, who called all to attention. And if he makes this and they go into half-time 12-8 down, they've got a lot to look forward to in the second half. Makes it nicely, strikes it well, and that was a good decision. 12 points to 8 now in favour of Raffles Junior College, and the referee has called it half-time.